Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about a subject of, is it important to be remembered after death? I do think that people have this belief that, and actually it's kind of a fear of being forgotten, of being, the fact that maybe their whole life is pointless. The thing is that we kind of, as humans, know that we're mortal. So at the same time, what we are trying to do, what we are trying to achieve, is the fact that our life had some sort of purpose. Whereas in reality, I think there's no real meaning to life. It's a lot of synchronized chaos and chance and many things that have happened in a certain order, in a certain way, that have made things appear the way that they are. And it was through a lot of mistakes and errors, and not even mistakes, it's just randomness, that it's kind of like how they say the butterfly effect. One thing can affect the other and can affect the other and can affect the other. Big Bang, everything is on fire, rocks collide, atoms collide, all these things collide to create some sort of world that we live in. But mistakes, or not really mistakes, but trials and errors happened over and over again in order to make us be the people that we are now, and be able to see, be able to have color in our sight, and all these crazy things. But we have to realize that a lot of it is chance, and being remembered after death, it's cool, but it might not even be necessarily in the memory of the actions that we did as a human being. They could be in the DNA that we have in ourselves. It's kind of weird to think about it that way, but when people procreate, when they have children and all that, they're kind of leaving that DNA of theirs there, and they're mixing it with somebody else's in order to make it something that's actually better, supposedly, or stronger. But sometimes it also fails and it gets worse because the kid can be born ill and stuff like that. But the memory of ourselves is a grander thing. I don't know if it's that important to be remembered. I think it's important to do good while you're living, and I don't really think that you should have an agenda of being remembered for your actions. If you are, great. If you're not, that's fine too. Life is very ephemeral, and life is very, how can I say, it's just randomness and luck sometimes, a lot of hard work too. But just being born male, female, what country you're born in, stuff like that. Now if you have the luck of having been born in the proper place and stuff like that, well then you literally have no excuse. You actually are able to create something good for yourself, and you should. But not everybody has that wit, not everybody has that desire, not everybody has that want. So it's okay not to always be remembered. I think it's more important to be a good person within that society, and if you can only affect your family or the kids that you have, or just be the general good person around you, helpful, just being the human that you are and doing good, be it if you're not good with humans, be it good with animals, or be it good with the trees around you, or be it good to nature. I think that's more important, because we are part of this ecosystem, this earth, this universe, and the fact of wanting to have that fame, wanting to be remembered, wanting to be this person that people often have ideas of, kind of like royalty, the famous people of Hollywood, the famous people of the world. Well, it's not that important. Again, the times fly. People get very they want to have possessions, they want to have things, and yeah, it's nice to have a nice roof over your head and nice clothes and stuff, and to treat yourself to things. But in the end, having a Ferrari or a Porsche is not gonna actually give you much more to your life. Having a decent car, having a decent house, having family and friends with whom you can spend good times with, those are important things. But anything in exaggeration becomes kind of pointless. And if it's really your lifelong mission to change the world in somehow, then great, you'll probably be remembered in that way. But it's not because you're not that name William Shakespeare that you didn't maybe do some sort of change within the current generation or the future generation, or even just the family that you're in, or the trees around you. Like I said, that it's not because your name is not remembered that your DNA, the fact that you were on this earth, wasn't important. I think everybody can create that, and that's more important, is to do, first of all, good for yourself. Enjoy your life, because it's such a chance to even just be here. And then afterwards, do your best to do the rest. But being remembered by name after you pass away, well, that's just the cherry on top. And it's not necessarily that will mean that you had a good life. There's a lot of bad people, dictators and killers and all that stuff, that might be remembered after their death, but they actually didn't do much good for this world. So I wouldn't like to be remembered that way. But that's my choice, and these are my words. So that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.